Theodore.
There's another story coming right up, and you can always learn more about Theodore Tugboat on the internet. Find us through PBS Online.
Pushing and a pulling in the great big harbor, in the great big world is so much fun. So many brand new things to discover. Waking with the sun, gotta get the job done. Oh, Theodore and Emily, Theodore, Hank and George, and the harbor master too.
Hello. I'm making something very special today. This model sailboat. See, they're having a contest in the big harbor right now for the best model ship, and I want to win a prize. I know the sailboat isn't exactly big, and it's not a very important-looking ship, but I think I can win. I think my ship has pizzazz. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not supposed to happen. Do you think I could win a prize? Oh. Maybe I'll just put this over here for now. Yeah, there. Oh, say, look. Here's a model I built of Theodore. You know, one time, Theodore really wanted to win a prize, too.
The tugboats were just finishing docking a giant supertanker. "Stop pushing," ordered Emily. "Drop your tow ropes." Everyone floated home to the great ocean dock together, feeling, well, just about as big as that supertanker. "Emily, you were a terrific tug in charge today," boomed George. "You were a terrific puller today, George," smiled Emily. "Hank really helped push," tooted Theodore. "That was everyone's best docking ever," declared Hank. "I've a great idea," Theodore said suddenly. "We should have a contest." "A contest?" repeated Hank. "A contest," continued Theodore, "to see who does the best job each day." "That is a great idea," said Emily right away. "And we could have a prize," added George. He was already thinking he might win. The tugs all agreed to ask the dispatcher if tomorrow they could begin the contest. The next morning, before the dispatcher gave out the jobs for the day to the tugboats, he announced that he had asked Pearl, the pilot boat, to be the judge of the contest. "Whoever does the best job each day will win a special prize," said the dispatcher. The tugboats all smiled at each other. Oh, this was exciting. "Foduck has his regular safety patrol, so he won't be in the contest," began the dispatcher. "Theodore, today I would like you to replace bell buoys around the harbor." "Bell buoys," repeated Theodore slowly. "Yes, sir." The other tugs quickly headed off to work, eager to begin the contest. "Bell buoys," Theodore said again. You see, Theodore had never really worked with bell buoys back then. Well, to tell you the truth, he wasn't even really sure how to do it. But then he sped up a little. "I'm going to do a great job today," he said out loud. Bedford buoy ding-ding his little bell as soon as he saw Theodore coming. Bedford just loved Theodore. "Hi, Bedford," Theodore whistled back. "I have to take you in for repairs today." "Okay, Ding Bedford. I'm ready." Just then, Pearl floated by. She had already started to judge the contest. Theodore could see that she had a special flag on her mast. "I bet that's for the winner," thought Theodore. "I'd really like one of those." "I'm going to do an extra great job today," he decided. "Prepare to be hauled up, Bedford," smiled Theodore. "This'll be fast." Theodore began to lower the special sling to haul Bedford up out of the water. He swung round to grab Bedford with the sling and scoop him up just as fast as can be. "And we're off," he shouted. "Hey," said Theodore. "That sounds like..." "Bedford, what are you doing back there?" "Nothing," replied Bedford. You missed me, Theodore." Theodore hoped Pearl hadn't seen that. his sling to raise Bedford again, but it was a bit like trying to rope. Very wet, wobbly, bouncy bellbuoy. Bedford, shouted Theodore at last, float still. I'm trying to, Theodore, said Bedford. Honest. Theodore made his toughest tugging face, let out his sling one more time, and whoosh, got him. Almost. Theodore, babbled Bedford, I'm getting dizzy. Excellent job, announced Pearl. A little smile jumped onto Theodore's face. But Pearl hadn't been looking at Theodore. No, Pearl had been watching Emily pull a giant barge. And just as fast as it came, the little smile on Theodore's face jumped right off again. When all the work for the day was done, Pearl announced the winner. Emily got the first special flag. Theodore was really happy for his friend. Emily, that flag looks terrific. Wouldn't it be great to have our own special flag to fly from our masts? Hank whispered to Theodore. The greatest, said Theodore softly. The next morning, sure enough, Theodore was sent to try and bring Bedford in again. Today, he told himself, I'm going to do a really, really great job and win a flag. But Bedford didn't ding his little bell when he saw Theodore this time. Instead, he kind of groaned. Oh, no. You see, Bedford wasn't really looking forward to all that wobbling and bobbling and bouncing. Prepare to be hauled up, Bedford, announced Theodore. Are you gonna wobble me and bobble me and bounce me again, Theodore? Asked Bedford. Bedford, answered Theodore, this isn't a game, and this time, please, float really still. I'll try, Theodore, said Bedford. But once again, try as he might, Theodore just couldn't raise that bellbuoy. Theodore, blathered Bedford, my bell is gonna bust. Hello, Theodore, shouted Pearl. Oh, why did Pearl have to see that? Groaned Theodore. At the end of the day, the tugs gathered round Pearl once again. And today's contest winner is, announced Pearl, Hank. Hooray! Tooted Hank. Congratulations, Hank, smiled Theodore. How does it feel to have a flag? Greater than great, shouted Hank. I thought so, said Theodore. Well, Theodore felt funny not having a special flag to fly like the others. It was like he was missing some bumpers or beams or something. Something important. The tugs all set off for work early the next day. The only tugboats who hadn't won a special flag were George and Theodore. Once again, Theodore's job was to try and bring Bedford to the repair dock. This time, he told himself, I will do it. Absolutely, positively, I will. I've decided I don't need to go in for repairs, dinged Bedford as soon as he saw Theodore. I feel fine. Go get one of the other bellboys, like Bingham. I think Bingham needs a lot of repairs. Bedford, frowned Theodore, please be serious. I really need to haul you up this time, or I won't win a flag. Okay, said Bedford solemnly. I'll float as still as I can. Once again, Theodore began to move into place. This time, he repeated to himself, definitely. Just then, he heard a deep, powerful horn blast. It was George, and he was pulling a big cargo ship out of the harbor. All by himself. And the worst of it all was, Pearl was watching. "I'll never win a flag," Theodore said quietly. Bedford dinged his bell softly. "You can do it, Theodore," he said. "I know you can." And then, well, something unexpected happened. Theodore was filled with a feeling, a kind of trembly feeling, from the top of his cap right down to the bottom of his anchor. It was a feeling that said, "I don't care if I win or not. I'm going to do a good job anyway. A great job. Prepare to be hauled up, Bedford," he announced. "I'm ready, Theodore," dinged Bedford. Theodore lowered his special sling into the water and quickly moved into position beside Bedford. And then, with a quick turn here, a gentle tug there, and a sure yank on his rope, he hauled Bedford right up on his side. "You did it, Theodore," dinged Bedford. "You did it." Theodore felt like he swallowed himself with his own smile. "I did," he said. That was George's whistle. Pearl was busy watching George and that big cargo ship. She probably hadn't even seen Theodore. "Is everything all right?" asked Bedford. Theodore was silent for a moment. "Yes," he said at last. "Everything's just fine." "And the winner of the contest for the best tugboat today," announced Pearl, "is George." The tugs all whistled and congratulated George. "Well, let's all float through the harbor together with our flags," suggested George. "But where's Theodore?" asked Emily. "I just saw him," said Hank. "Well, he doesn't really have a flag to fly," remembered George. "No, he didn't win one," said Hank quietly. "Maybe he doesn't want to come with us anyway," Emily said sadly. Just then, they heard a whistle that could belong to only one tugboat in the big harbor. "Theodore!" shouted Hank. Sure enough, along came Theodore, smiling the biggest, happiest smile you ever saw. And there, flying right up on his mast, was a flag. "Where'd you get that?" asked Emily. "I made it," replied Theodore. "I kind of gave myself a prize." "Well, why?" asked Hank. "Oh," smiled Theodore, "I decided I did a good job today, too." And for Theodore, that was the greatest feeling in the whole world.
That prize that Theodore gave himself, that looked pretty good, don't you think? And he sure had a lot of fun. You know, I had a lot of fun, too, building my model sailing ship. Well, I may not win a prize, but, well, I liked working on it, and I think I should try it again. I'll just put this through here. Yeah, there. I think that looks great. Thanks for visiting us here in the Big Harbor. We'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye. Oh, I almost forgot.
Theodore, he's a tugboat and a friendly tugboat too.